The time has arrived for us to savor a fresh season of Heartland. The premiere of Season 17, coincidentally marking the show's 250th episode, lived up to expectations. We welcomed back some familiar faces, Mallory and Jake, while observing the continuation of previous storylines and the emergence of new ones. At the core of it all, we witnessed the essence of Heartland, the very family that has made this show truly exceptional. So, without further ado, let's delve into Heartland Season 17, Episode 1. Part of the Heartland family. As hinted in the Season 17 trailer, this episode featured the return of a beloved couple, Mallory and Jake. And, as is customary with anything related to Mallory, it did not disappoint. Early in the episode, we found Amy and Logan working with a horse when a truck rolled onto the ranch. To everyone's surprise, a visibly pregnant Mallory emerged from the vehicle. She first claimed she needed Amy's assistance with a horse, and then added that she might be going into labor. While it turned out to be a false alarm, on their way to the hospital, Amy began to suspect that the horse, Ransom, brought to the ranch by Mallory, sans Jake, it's worth noting, might not be the sole reason for Mallory's visit. Indeed, Mallory still needed help with Ransom, as neither she nor Jake were well versed in handling the horse. Ransom, once a ranch horse, had been set free 8 years ago during a windstorm and had since joined a wild herd. However, the herd had recently been rounded up, leading to Ransom's return to Jake and Mallory. Mallory wanted Amy to reintegrate Ransom with the wild horses near Heartland. However, as the episode progressed, it became evident that Ransom was merely an excuse for Mallory to return to the ranch. Mallory felt isolated in Colorado, where she only lived with Jake, in contrast to the Heartland ranch, always bustling with people and vitality. She voiced her desire to move back to Hudson. Mallory expressed her loneliness, and her concerns about raising their son in Colorado without the support of friends and family. Her doubts about her capabilities as a parent were apparent, especially given her and Jake's isolation in Colorado. After a heartfelt conversation with Jack, Lou, and Amy, and giving birth to her son, Sully Jack Anderson, with Jake by her side, Mallory came to realize that home was wherever Jake and their son were. The new family departed Heartland with newfound hope for the future. Regarding Ransom, after Amy refreshed his ranch horse skills, Mallory's wish to return him to the wild herd was granted. However, it became clear that Ransom had no interest in joining the wild horses. Instead, he immediately gravitated towards the grazing cattle when Amy released him. Amy's intuition was correct, Ransom was a remarkable cattle horse. After Ransom assisted in getting Jake to Mallory during childbirth, Mallory accepted Ransom as their new ranch horse. It's delightful to see Mallory and Jake's recurring presence in recent Heartland seasons, enhancing the entertainment value of the episodes. Additionally, it's a pleasure to welcome back some familiar faces from the earlier seasons of the show that have been absent for some time. Competition unveiled. The latest Heartland Season 17 Episode 1 also introduced a new player in the arena, a competition that emerged seemingly overnight, posing a potential threat to Heartland beef. At the episode's onset, Tim noticed a billboard strikingly similar to the advertisement Hearland Foods had used featuring Jack back in Season 13. The resemblance was so uncanny that it appeared to be a ripoff of Hearland Foods' ad. The billboard was promoting Price Family Beef, available exclusively at Crown Shoppers grocery stores. In contrast to Hearland Foods, Crown Shoppers is a national retail chain offering discounted products. This raised Tim's concerns that Nathan Price's collaboration with Crown Shoppers might jeopardize the future of Heartland beef. However, the conflict with Price didn't stop at the billboard. As the episode unfolded, it became evident that Price posed a more significant threat than initially perceived. Firstly, he outbid Tim and Jack at an auction for a bull they intended to purchase. Price's bid exceeded the bull's actual value, raising suspicions about his intentions. Subsequently, Price purchased the land where Heartland's cattle grazed, directly from under them. This action substantiated Tim's belief that Price's issue with Tim and Jack was not merely business, it seemed personal. In the first half of the episode, Sam visited the ranch to inform Jack and Tim that he intended to sell a quarter of Big River, which happened to be the quarter adjacent to Heartland, and the same quarter leased by Heartland Beef for grazing. Knowing the land's significance to Jack and Tim, Sam assured them that making a fair offer would secure the land. Jack and Tim were taken aback by this news but recognized the urgency of the situation. They swiftly prepared a substantial offer for Sam. However, prices bid for the land significantly surpassed their offer, making it impossible for Tim and Jack to compete, leaving them without the much-needed grazing land. The motives behind Price's actions remain shrouded in mystery, and it's unclear whether it's purely business or has personal undertones. At this point, it seems plausible that Tim's suspicions of Price targeting Heartland beef intentionally might hold some truth. Only time will reveal the true nature of this competition. One can only hope that Tim and Jack will ultimately emerge victorious in this unfolding challenge. Final thoughts on Heartland Season 17 Episode 1. While this episode of Heartland had much to offer, there was one aspect that left me slightly disheartened. It pertains to Sam's swift decision to sell a quarter of his land to Tim and Jack's competitor. Undoubtedly, business considerations played a significant role, and Price likely presented Sam with an offer that was hard to turn down. However, it seemed rather surprising that Sam chose to part with land vital to his neighbors, despite not appearing to seek a substantial financial gain when putting the land up for sale. What did resonate with me, though, was Amy's conversation with Logan. She informed him that Sunshine, the client horse that arrived at Heartland while they were attending to Ransom, was now under his care. Amy's trust in Logan's ability to handle Sunshine, a champion team roping horse that had won at the Calgary Stampede the previous year, was apparent. This moment showcased Logan's growth and the extent of Amy's faith in his horsemanship. He's clearly ready to work independently with his client horses, and Amy's confidence in him is evident. I'm eagerly anticipating Logan's work with Sunshine in the upcoming episode. It's episodes like these that remind us of the evolving dynamics and the profound connections that Heartland continues to explore, making it a show that captures both our hearts and our imaginations. Make sure to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for videos like this.